Why some people attract everyone without trying. Have you ever met someone who instantly makes people feel comfortable? You know the type. They walk into a room and somehow people naturally gravitate toward them. They don't have to be the loudest person in the room, the most successful person in the room, or even the most attractive person in the room. Yet everyone seems to like them, trust them, and remember them. Meanwhile, other people try so hard to make a good impression. They say all the right things, put their best foot forward, and still struggle to build meaningful connections. So, what's the secret? Well, it isn't luck, and it's definitely not magic. It's psychology. Today, I'm going to share some powerful psychological principles that can help you become the kind of person others naturally feel drawn to. And the best part? None of these techniques require you to change who you are. Let's start with something that happens within seconds of meeting someone. First impressions are happening faster than you think. Whether you're walking into a job interview, meeting someone on a first date, attending a networking event, or simply introducing yourself to someone new, people are already forming opinions about you. Before you've explained your background, before you've talked about your accomplishments, before you've had a chance to prove yourself, people are already deciding one thing. Do I feel good around this person? And one of the fastest ways to create that feeling is surprisingly simple: a genuine smile. Not a forced smile, not a fake smile, a real one. Because a genuine smile sends a powerful message without saying a single word. It communicates warmth, confidence, friendliness, and trust. When people feel comfortable around you, they're naturally more open to connecting with you. And here's something interesting. Kindness has become rare. Confidence is attractive. Success is attractive. But kindness? Kindness is unforgettable. The people who leave the strongest impression are usually the people who make others feel good about themselves. And that brings us to one of the biggest secrets of human psychology. People love talking about one person more than anyone else: themselves. Think about it. Who do you enjoy being around more? Someone who constantly talks about their own life, or someone who asks thoughtful questions, listens carefully, and seems genuinely interested in what you have to say? Most of us choose the second person because being heard feels good. Being understood feels even better. The truth is, people don't remember every word you say, but they do remember how you made them feel. And when you make someone feel important, they naturally start enjoying your company. The secret to becoming unforgettable. Now, here's something most people never realize. People don't become attached to you because of your achievements. They become attached to you because of how you make them feel. Think about the most charismatic person you've ever met. Chances are they didn't spend the entire conversation talking about themselves. Instead, they made you feel seen. They made you feel heard. And most importantly, they made you feel important. Make people feel like they matter. One of the most powerful human needs is the need for significance. Everyone wants to feel valued. Everyone wants to feel respected. Everyone wants to know that their presence matters. That's why truly magnetic people have a unique ability. They make others feel like the most important person in the room. When they're talking to someone, they aren't checking their phone. They're not scanning the room for someone more important. They're fully present. And that level of attention is incredibly rare today. In a world full of distractions, attention has become one of the most valuable gifts you can give someone. When people feel genuinely seen, they naturally become more connected to you. That's not manipulation, that's human psychology. The power of genuine appreciation. Let me ask you something. How often do you genuinely compliment people? Not fake compliments, not flattery, real appreciation. Because there's a huge difference. People can instantly sense when you're being fake. But when appreciation is genuine, it creates an emotional impact that lasts. Maybe someone has incredible work ethic. Maybe they're exceptionally kind. Maybe they're courageous enough to keep going through difficult times. Notice those qualities, acknowledge them, tell them. Most people go through life feeling overlooked. When you recognize something valuable in another person, you instantly stand out because you're giving them something they're rarely receiving: recognition. And recognition creates connection. The three traits of highly attractive personalities. Many people think charisma is something you're born with, but that's not true. Charisma is built through behaviors, and there are three powerful habits that make people naturally attractive. The first is acceptance. Stop trying to change everyone. Stop judging people for being different. Nobody is perfect, and honestly, nobody wants to be around someone who acts like they are. The more accepting you become, the more comfortable people feel around you. The second is approval. Every person has strengths. Find them. Focus on them. People naturally move towards those who see the best in them. The third is appreciation. Never underestimate the power of a simple thank you. Gratitude strengthens relationships faster than almost anything else. People remember how appreciated they felt in your presence, and that's what keeps them coming back. How to get more yes responses. Here's another fascinating psychological principle. People make decisions based on perceived benefits, not your benefits, their benefits. That's why persuasive people rarely focus on what they want. Instead, they focus on what the other person gains. For example, imagine you're trying to convince someone to learn a new skill. Don't say, "You should learn this because I think it's important." Instead, say, "This skill could open new opportunities and increase your earning potential." See the difference? The second statement focuses on their outcome, their future, their reward. That's what makes it persuasive. People respond when they see value for themselves. And here's a powerful trick. Ask questions that naturally encourage agreement. Questions like, would you like more financial freedom? Would you like to feel more confident? Would you like stronger relationships? Most people will automatically say yes, and each yes creates psychological momentum. The more someone agrees with you, the easier future agreement becomes, because agreement feels comfortable. And human beings naturally seek consistency. The hidden truth about influence. The people with the most influence aren't necessarily the loudest. They aren't always the smartest, and they certainly aren't always the most powerful. They're simply the people who understand others the best. Because influence isn't about controlling people, it's about understanding people. And when people feel understood, they begin to trust you. When they trust you, they listen to you. And when they listen to you, your influence grows naturally. That's the real secret behind becoming unforgettable. Why authentic people are impossible to ignore. Have you ever noticed something strange? The harder some people try to impress others, the less impressive they actually become. And the people who seem the most confident, the most attractive, the most respected, they usually aren't trying to impress anyone at all. That's because true magnetism doesn't come from perfection. It comes from authenticity. Stop wearing the mask. Most people spend their lives hiding. They hide their insecurities. They hide their fears. They hide their flaws. And they do it because they're afraid of being judged. They believe that if people see the real version of them, they won't be accepted. But here's the irony. The more perfect you try to appear, the less relatable you become. People don't connect with perfection. They connect with humanity. They connect with honesty. They connect with realness. Think about the people you trust most. They're probably not perfect. They've made mistakes. They've faced struggles. They've experienced failure. But they're comfortable being themselves. And that's exactly why people respect them. Authenticity creates trust, and trust creates attraction. The moment you stop pretending to be someone else is the moment people start feeling connected to who you really are. Confidence isn't what most people think. Many people confuse confidence with arrogance, but they're completely different. Arrogance says, "Look how great I am." Confidence says, "I know who I am." Arrogant people seek validation. Confident people don't need it. True confidence comes from self-acceptance. It's knowing your strengths without pretending you have no weaknesses. It's being comfortable in your own skin. It's walking into a room without feeling the need to prove yourself. Because the most secure people aren't trying to win everyone's approval. They're simply being themselves. And ironically, that's what makes them attractive. Your body language speaks before you do. Here's something fascinating. Before you say a single word, your body is already communicating. People notice your posture, your eye contact, your facial expressions, your energy. And often, those signals speak louder than your words. That's why body language is one of the most powerful tools for building connection. Confident people don't just sound confident, they look confident. They maintain relaxed eye contact, they stand tall, they move with purpose, and most importantly, they make others feel comfortable. The mirroring effect. One of the most powerful psychological techniques for building instant rapport is called mirroring. Mirroring means subtly matching another person's energy, posture, or communication style. Not copying them, not mimicking them, simply reflecting their emotional rhythm. When people feel that you're similar to them, their brain automatically becomes more comfortable around you. On a subconscious level, they're thinking, this person understands me, this person is like me. And humans naturally trust people who feel familiar. That's why mirroring is often called the shortcut to connection, because similarity creates comfort, and comfort creates trust. Understanding human nature. Now, if you truly want to master people skills, you must first understand one simple truth. Most people are primarily focused on themselves. Now, that might sound selfish, but it's actually normal. Human beings naturally think about their own problems, their own goals, their own fears, their own future. Even when you're talking to someone, part of their mind is still thinking about themselves. And honestly, you're probably doing the same thing. Once you understand this, everything changes. You stop expecting people to automatically care about what matters to you. Instead, you learn to connect your message to what matters to them. Because every person is constantly asking
I think that's
one
a brilliant
question.
insight.
How does this affect me?
Thank you, I've been
The
refining
people
it.
who understand this
We
become
should
better
present it in
communicators, better leaders, better friends, and far more influential. Success isn't only about intelligence, it isn't only about talent, and it definitely isn't only about hard work. Many incredibly talented people struggle because they don't understand people. Meanwhile, others rise to the top because they know how to connect, how to communicate, how to build trust, how to make others feel valued. At the end of the day, people skills are life skills. The better you become at understanding people, the better every area of your life becomes. Your relationships improve, your career grows, your confidence increases, and opportunities begin showing up where they never existed before. Because people don't open doors for resumes, they open doors for people they trust.